Hello, I have decided to do another Bigfoot KOM attempt. It's been a while since my last one, which was Broomfield Hill during the London Duathlon, which I did in September last year. But now with the COVID-19 situation, I'm doing shorter rides and I'm staying closer to home as well. And of course, riding solo. So I've picked a segment that I'll be riding tomorrow, which is Nash Lane, which is a mile long, average of 4% gradient, and is quite close to where the Bigfoot Cycling Club meet, where they're based in Hayes. So it's a route that's quite often on Bigfoot Club rides. So I've done it a few times before. My PB is a 4:19, which I did in May last year. But the Bigfoot KOM is a lot faster than that, with a 3:03. So I'm currently 85th out of 273 people from Bigfoot who've done this section. And I've got a lot of time to make up, so I'm going to have to find some speed somewhere. But it's going to be windy tomorrow, and it's a northerly wind, which means that no matter what route I do, I'm going to be finishing the ride into a headwind, which is never fun. But it does mean that I will get a nice tailwind on Nash Lane. So I've had a look on Windfinder, and that's as good a tailwind as I could hope to get, really. The segment itself starts here, coming off of Gates Green Road. And then once I'm around this corner, it's tailwinds all the way. Pretty pacey tailwinds as well, 21 miles per hour, which in kilometres an hour is 33 kilometre an hour tailwind. So that's going to help me find some seconds. I need to gain a minute 17 on my previous best. And there's some pretty steep sections as well on this climb. So that tailwind is going to be very useful, particularly when it flattens off about 3/4 of the way through. So, will I do it? Let's watch. So here we go, turning on to Nash Lane. Start the timer. It starts off with a nice little kick, quite a steep section, just to kind of get out the saddle. As you can see, it's quite a narrow lane, high hedges on both sides, so I didn't really feel any benefit of the wind at all. I don't know if it was getting down below the kind of hedge height. But even at this point, sort of a minute in, I'm already flagging a bit. It's tough, this climb. It's not particularly steep, but just keeps on going and going. Yeah, I was really hoping I'd get a bit of a push from the wind going along here, but yeah, as you can see, it's super sheltered. This is probably the steepest part of the segment. and then you think you've kind of done it, but then there's another one. If you get around this corner, after this little climb it kind of flattens off a little bit. Yeah, despite being a 21 mile an hour wind, you can't really see any leaves moving. So I feel that either I just got really unlucky and the wind just happened to drop when I was doing this bit, but you'd expect the branches to be swaying a lot more. So this bit's kind of nice, slight little descent, get the legs spinning a bit, change gear, come up to a nice load of fly tipping, which I worry is only going to get worse now a lot of the tips and things are closed. But there goes the target time, so I've not done it. 0 for 4. I do wonder if I'm ever going to get one of these KOMs, but I'll keep trying. It's a nice little motivator actually. While I can't do any kind of super long rides, it's nice to have that thing to aim for when I'm going out. So I'll keep doing them. Pretty much there at the end of the lane now. You can see the junction. And that's it. Did it in a 3:48, which is a pretty good improvement on my previous best. Knocked 31 seconds off, but it's still a long way from getting the Bigfoot KOM. I need to knock off another 46 seconds to beat it. So big challenge for Nash Lane. I'm going to go out again tomorrow, so I'm recording this a week later. I'm going to go out on a ride on my own tomorrow. I'm doing Nash Lane again. The wind's coming in an opposite direction, so it's going to be a headwind. But I'm basically just doing it to test whether the wind made any difference, and I'm really hoping that I can kind of get a similar time tomorrow, which will prove that the wind didn't help. So if I find that the wind was helping me on that run, that's going to be devastating. But that's put me 12th on the Bigfoot leaderboard, and we will go again another time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.